US-Iran negotiations, a potential strategic pivot framework emerges to address nuclear and geopolitical risks. The reported advancements in US-Iran negotiations, spearheaded by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, represent a potentially transformative development within the volatile geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. These discussions, centered around establishing a framework to curtail Iran's nuclear ambitions and ensure the continued accessibility of the Strait of Hormuz, arrive at a critical juncture characterized by escalating regional tensions and persistent concerns regarding proliferation.
The immediate impetus for this renewed diplomatic effort stems from escalating intelligence indicating Iran's continued pursuit of nuclear capabilities, coupled with heightened anxieties surrounding Tehran's maritime activities within the strategically vital waterway. This represents a significant shift from previous administrations' approaches, suggesting a renewed prioritization of multilateral engagement alongside assertive security measures.
The anticipated announcement of good news signals a potential realignment of strategic priorities demanding immediate scrutiny of the framework's details and the implications for regional stability, requiring careful consideration of both immediate risks and long-term opportunities.
Historical context: the Strait of Hormuz bottleneck, a critical choke point under increasing threat. Historically, the Strait of Hormuz has functioned as a critical global trade artery, facilitating the transit of approximately 80% of the world's seaborne liquefied natural gas, making its control a matter of paramount strategic importance. Decades of geopolitical maneuvering surrounding the waterway, fueled by Iran's regional ambitions and the perceived threat of a U.S. naval blockade, have consistently underscored the vulnerability of global energy supplies.
Prior to the 2015 nuclear agreement, the U.S. maintained a robust naval presence in the Persian Gulf, primarily focused on deterring Iranian aggression and safeguarding the strait. However, the subsequent withdrawal from the JCPOA dramatically altered this dynamic, leading to increased tensions and a renewed emphasis on military countermeasures.
The current negotiations, therefore, are not occurring in a vacuum, but rather within a context of deeply entrenched historical grievances, ongoing regional instability, and a persistent struggle for influence within the Persian Gulf. Understanding this historical backdrop is crucial to assessing the potential longevity and robustness of any negotiated agreement, particularly given the deeply rooted mistrust between the parties involved.
Strategic analysis: a multi-layered framework balancing deterrence and engagement for regional security. The framework reportedly being developed by Secretary Rubio incorporates several key components, including verifiable constraints on Iran's nuclear program, coupled with assurances regarding the Strait of Hormuz. Critically, the negotiations appear to leverage a combination of diplomatic pressure and strategic signaling, aiming to incentivize Iranian compliance while simultaneously deterring further escalation.
The inclusion of a robust monitoring and verification mechanism, potentially utilizing satellite imagery and on-site inspections, is a crucial element, designed to address concerns about Iran's potential clandestine nuclear activities. Furthermore, the framework likely incorporates reciprocal security guarantees, potentially involving regional partners such as Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, to mitigate the risk of Iranian maritime aggression.
The success of this multifaceted approach hinges on establishing a credible commitment from all parties involved, requiring sustained dialogue and a willingness to compromise on key demands. The delicate balance between assertive diplomacy and credible deterrence is paramount to achieving a lasting resolution and preventing further instability in the region.
Verdict and projection: navigating a complex future. Strategic implications demand vigilant monitoring and adaptive response. The reported progress in US-Iran negotiations represents a cautiously optimistic, yet profoundly complex, strategic development with significant ramifications for global security. While the emergence of a framework to address the immediate concerns surrounding Iran's nuclear program and the Strait of Hormuz offers an opportunity to de-escalate tensions and reduce the risk of military confrontation, the underlying geopolitical dynamics remain deeply entrenched.
Future risks include Iranian reluctance to fully comply with the framework's terms, potential exploitation of any perceived weakness by regional adversaries, and the continued influence of hardline factions within the Iranian government. Conversely, opportunities exist to foster greater regional stability, facilitate economic cooperation, and ultimately, reduce the strategic importance of the Persian Gulf.
Moving forward, sustained high-level engagement coupled with a proactive and adaptive security posture will be essential to navigating this uncertain landscape, demanding continuous monitoring of Iranian behavior and a willingness to adjust strategic responses as circumstances evolve.